it was really bad how it looks. And he said, you can't train your eyeball to be stronger. It is what it is. Protection here and here, but he obviously got no protection because the fingers were straight in. The fight should have been stopped. He couldn't see. It was a foul. He couldn't see. Then you can't fight. You know, if he'd have got knocked out with a head kick next, then it would have been worse. I don't know. And then he said, sometimes when your eyes here like that, it can become displaced and stay there. And they did a few tests on that, and they said it doesn't seem like that. And his vision on the eye that's the best eye.
The MMA community is slowly turning its back on that, and at the center of it all is Tom Aspinall. After everything that's unfolded since his eye injury at 321, the British heavyweight has finally had enough. Sources close to the situation reveal that Aspinall is deeply frustrated with how the organization has treated him. From the controversial ending of his fight, to the silence that followed, and even the public criticism thrown his way, it's becoming clear that the bond between Tom Aspinall and the is starting to fracture.
The best part about fouling, right, is that it works. So the best thing you can do is like keep your head in the game, and I'll do everything I can to manage it.
All that training for that? Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Gonna be okay, mate.
What the f is he doing?
The left one was really deep.
Both bad.
The left one was really
Both
deep.
bad. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
You got
but
one
the-
for it.
the-
Go
for
toss.
it, yeah.
Go toss,
Twice
bro.
before he got one for it. Yeah.
Mike Bisping, he lost his eye. And it's just a horrendous thing to think as a parent, really. And I know what it's like these days with people saying what they want, but if it's just your son, and they could lose an eye, and their health, and they've got children to look after, you know, something needs doing about it. Yeah, it's horrendous for me to look at that.
Because it went a few minutes. It doesn't mean in any way, shape or form here that Tom Aspinall was struggling. He fucking wasn't. Ciryl Gane's a good technical fighter. He was making it more difficult to catch him. But it wasn't like he was dishing out loads of punishment just because Tom had a bloody nose from a punch. Fucking Floyd Mayweather had a black eye from fucking Deji. A little bit of damage when you're in there throwing big fucking fists at each other is going to happen sometime. It does not reflect the way the fight is actually going. Little bit of blood. When, as long as you can breathe out that nose, you are fine. And it's this context that in the MMA and fight world, people just fucking ignore for some reason.
I saw Tom Aspinall on there land some nasty stuff too. I saw Tom Aspinall throw a high kick. I've never seen him throw a high kick, and it's partly because he's never had to throw a high kick. There are layers to these guys' games that we have to find only when they're fighting someone that not only deserves to be in there with them, but can extend them to a point where they have to use all of their weapons.
I mean, look, DC knows MMA. I'm not going to say he's talking total shit there, but I think if Tom Aspinall is being experimental in there and showing us things that he's not showing us before, I don't think for 1 second it's because I'm going to struggle here. I need to throw a high kick. I've never done that before. I don't think that's in his mind at all. He's so comfortable in there. He is showing more of his skill set that he has said he's been working on in the last year.
Since the controversial no contest against Ciryl Gane, fans have been waiting for clarity from them, but all they've gotten is silence. No medical statement, no real update, and not even a word acknowledging the seriousness of Tom Aspinall's injury. Instead, it was Tom himself who had to go public, sharing photos of his swollen, bruised eye and revealing that he's been undergoing constant treatment ever since that painful night. Behind closed doors, people close to Aspinall's camp have shared that the heavyweight feels completely let down, abandoned by an organization he's always stood by. For someone who's been loyal since day one, the silence from the cut's deep.
And laid there on his back until John submitted him. Against the cage, Gane was sat there, not moving, not bucking, not shifting or fighting hands, sitting there like this until John locked up the guillotine on him. I'm very aware of what happened in that fight, and do I wish Tom would have finished him earlier? I do, without resistance. That was the ideal circumstance for Tom Aspinall, was to finish Ciryl Gane with no resistance in the first round. I think we see an overconfident Gane in the rematch, and I think Tom smokes him, but Tom was raging. So there's an emotional aspect to this rematch now that I'm worried about, because I've been looking for Bully Tom to make an appearance for a very long time, you guys. For a very long time, I've been waiting for Bully Tom to make an appearance. And he made the appearance on, what the fuck you guys booing me for? He genuinely made an appearance in the post-fight speech. The fuck you guys booing me for? I got fucking double eye poked. A double eye poke landed. Insane. Crazy. Horrible result for the main event. Worst case scenario. All things come together. It's weird how MMA works, is it not? Dirtiest fighter on the heavyweight roster, Ciryl Gane, constantly cheats every single fight. He's a dirty little French cunt. John Jones is the nemesis of Tom Aspinall.
E aí, Porta?
Guys, I just got fucking poked knuckle deep in the eyeball. Why are you booing? What am I supposed to do about it? I didn't do the fucking poke. I can't see.
Tom, they should not be booing. I agree with you. You waited a long time for this moment. Talk to the disappointment of this being how it ends.
This is bullshit. The fight was just getting going.
Were you just calling him out as you felt like you wanted to get that shot, or were you calling him out because you were able to continue from the eye poke?
Yeah, it's like that. It's for the hand to be a champion, and the hand quick because the pocket the eye too, and the third too because the hand is the training partner, and I do it with him like a knock him out in the first round. Why is it happening that me and Tom Aspinall fight? Because he say Tom Aspinall, this is the one that does the best training partner. He can have it. What happened? Tom Aspinall fighting with Waldo Cortez.
Tom Aspinall has been a loyal soldier for the pushing through injuries, long layoffs, and endless uncertainty just to step back into the octagon after more than a year away. But his long-awaited return ended not in triumph, but in heartbreak and chaos. Despite everything he's sacrificed, the response from the has been silence, no support, no apology, and no sense of accountability. What made it worse was Dana White's post-fight reaction. During the press conference, Dana suggested that Tom chose not to continue, a remark that infuriated fans and fighters alike, especially after seeing the extent of Tom's injury. To many, it felt like a complete lack of empathy from the very organization he's helped build.
I mean, you pretty much covered the whole Dana White saying he didn't want to continue.
Tom didn't want to continue in the fight, so the rematch is very interesting.
That's crazy. It just adds more fuel to the fire of this fucking stupid conspiracy that Chael started, and now you have UFC brass co-signing that. It's so dumb, dude. He's your current heavyweight champ. Now the face of the UFC and one of the biggest voices in the UFC has somehow put the narrative that he's weak and that he quit. You're hurting your brand. The face of the division, the narrative now is that he's a quitter and he didn't want to fight. That's your champ. No matter DQ, no contest, that's your fucking heavyweight champ of the world. He's supposed to be the baddest man on the planet. Now the narrative, for people that don't know shit about MMA, is that he has quit in him. Why would you do that? He represents your fucking business. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And now some of the casuals are like, I'm not watching him ever fight again. He quits. Now it hurts your bottom line. And for what? Why not give the number one heavyweight in the world the benefit of the doubt that he couldn't fucking see? They got poked in both fucking eyes and you just go, terrible fucking circumstances. We're going to rematch it as soon as Tom's ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it. You don't push this shitty narrative down the road and sabotage your heavyweight champ.
There's a lot of talk about, did Tom quit? Did Tom end it too early? Could he have cleared that eye? Was he unable to really see? Could he have gotten through it? This is all true, and we will only know if Tom comes out and tells us. We'll never know how bad or how severe. We'll never know that. That's only ever going to be known by Tom Aspinall. But what we can talk about is that how egregious that eye poke was. And Ciryl Gane did that. He ruined the fight by having that terrible eye poke, right? You just have to keep a closed fist. And we've seen it in so many other events. It's really starting to ruin mixed martial arts.
Do you really feel that Aspinall decided not to keep fighting on purpose because he thought that this fight wasn't going to go his way?
Over there. I know. I'm going to. I'm going to get, first and foremost, it was a foul, and Ciryl Gane's the one to blame for it. But from the optics and the way that it looked, his eye was closed when he got poked in it. He was saying he couldn't see, and he wasn't even trying to open his eye to see if he could see. Like, obviously, I have no idea. I'm not there, but you see the pictures afterwards, his eye looks fine. I've seen a whole finger go in someone's eye, and they keep fighting, right? So I don't know, but I feel like he might have taken the easier way out. It's a no contest. He had to come back. He gets paid $3 million.
Wait, he still gets paid as if they fought the full fight?
They fought.
They still make their show money and stuff.
Tom Aspinall didn't walk away by choice. He had no other option. This wasn't a question of courage or determination, it was about protecting his eyesight, his health, and the future of his career. Even his father, Andy Aspinall, voiced his disappointment after the fight, expressing frustration with how they handled the entire ordeal. From the lack of immediate medical care to the cold tone of Dana White's comments, and the fact that no one from the organization reached out while Tom was in the hospital, the situation left a deep sense of betrayal.